Hello guys, hope you are well and welcome back to Play Games. Today we are going to figure out, can we beat Pokémon FireRed with only one Espeon? I'm convinced that this is possible, but I just want a super easy run for once with a cool Pokémon. Cut me some slack. The rules are simple enough. I can only use an Espeon in battle. I can only use moves learned by level up also. I've added this just for a little bit extra fun. We can capture other Pokémon as HM slaves to progress the run obviously. No items in battle, but held items are absolutely fine. Last but not least, we cannot use any exploits. Let's dive in, shall we? I used the Pokemon randomizer to switch out Bulbasaur with Espeon so we can do the whole run with it. This will give our rival Charizard, so probably the hardest to fight. Don't quote me on that though. We name her Dorf after one of my current subscribers. We do this all the time, so you might feature on one of our videos one day. We get into battle with Blue soon after. This isn't scary or anything, we just chip Charmander away with Tackle. We even get 69 experience points at the end of the battle, which is nice. We use rare candies to get to level 16 to learn Confusion and go straight for our rival on Route 22. Of course, it's an absolute squash. His Pokemon didn't even stand a chance. We might have overdone it with their Confusions, huh? Speaking of squashes, Brock is a pushover as well. His Geodude goes down to Confusion and his Onix goes down to another 2. The Boulder Badge, the Boulder Badge is now acquired. An easy win. Once in Mount Moon, we take the Dome Fossil. If I didn't say what we took, you would all ask. Why don't you just ask anyway? Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Thanks MDB for that one. And after, damn it Ekans, we reach Cerulean and see how we stack up against Misty. She starts with Staryu, which is a pretty easy one-shot to Confusion, but Starmie ends up taking us out after a few water pulses. Okay, I wasn't really expecting this one. Let's try again but at level 23. This takes a while but we eventually get this run. Staryu, as always, is a one-shot to Confusion, but Starmie is something else. With moves like Recover to heal up her health when it gets low, and moves like Water Pulse, which has the ability to critical hit us and confuse us a lot, we need a lot of luck to get past this. Thanks to our Confusion critical hitting at the end, we actually get the win. The Cascade Badge is now acquired. Overall, this was pretty simple, even with it being slightly annoying at times. We head straight for our rival next on Nugget Bridge, and overall, this is pretty easy. Our Espeon doesn't even break a sweat against his whole team. The only hurdle we get is getting sand attacked right at the start by Pidgeotto, so we missed moves during the fight. Overall, not too bad. Wait, what on earth happened here? Are you all okay? I bet you can't dig yourselves out of this one. The SSN rival fight again is relatively straightforward. His whole team is a sweep of Confusion. The only issue we have with this one is when we go against Kadabra. We keep missing our moves. It's quite funny because I try to go for quick attack and he uses Disable, so I still have access to my Confusion. Who thought? Having an overpowered Espeon would be a good thing. Once we enter the captain's cabin, we become Nurse Joy for a bit and heal him. Who needs Pokemon centers, am I right? We go into the Lieutenant Surge fight paralysed, which is not ideal, but I really don't want to do this stupid trash can puzzle again. Voltrup goes down easy enough, but it's actually Pikachu that stalls us. We can't attack due to paralysis, so he spams double team. We eventually take him out though. Raichu also tries the same tactic, but it doesn't work. Maybe you shouldn't have used that Thunderstone as early as you did, you loser. The Thunder Badge is now acquired, really easy fight. Oh my god! Thrasher is flashing everyone. Avert your eyes. Save yourselves. I went all the way back through Diglett Cave to get to the beginning of the game to get Flash, just to make this gag. Was it worth it? Probably not. Since I've made it to Lavender Town, I'm going to try our rival fight in Pokemon Tower. Pidgeotto tanks a Confusion, barely, and gets a sand attack in, lowering our accuracy. We get hit by a weak quick attack as we follow up with Swift, taking him down. We lose attack due to Gyarados having Intimidate, but it doesn't get in the way too much. Confusion does less damage than I thought, but it's not terrible. He only uses a weak Thrash, so our next Confusion takes him out. We miss our first Confusion on Execute, which isn't the end of the world. When I see Hypnosis pop up, I was really worried, but to our relief it actually misses. Our Confusion nearly takes him out, and we evade a Leech Seed soon after. I thought Quick Attack would have taken him down, but it doesn't. Then Hypnosis misses again, so again, a sigh of relief. Phew. We take him out soon after. Kadabra goes down to a Confusion and a Quick Attack combo forced by his Disable. Charmeleon also tanks a Confusion by what it looks like 1 health. We survive an Ember just to take him out on the next turn with Quick Attack. That was an interesting win to say the least. We are now in Celadon City and there's two things we need to do whilst we're here. The gym and Team Rocket's hideout. I'm going to try my hand at Erica first. Now well, as expected, her entire team are just one-shots with Psybeam. That was really easy. We now have the rainbow badge, yay! We didn't even break a sweat. Giovanni isn't much better, mind you. His full team, bar Genghis-Khan, are one-shots to Psybeam. Man, I knew Espeon was good, but I didn't realise she was this good. Challenge or not, this is a really fun time. If you guys are enjoying this, why don't you hit that subscribe button? This would really help my small little channel grow. I love seeing the community that we're slowly building together. I really want to do this as my day job one day. The videos are only going to stop if I'm dead. Thanks again SBG crew, you guys are all awesome. Ah! It's a ghost! A creepy ghost! Wait, it's only Cubone's mom. We eventually calmed the whole situation down by letting Marowak be at peace. Hi Mr. Fuji! We make a Snorlax very grumpy by playing a really rubbish song, and he attacks with rage in his eyes. I have a really good strategy to deal with this one. Wait for it. Wait for it. There we go. Let's try getting another gym badge from Koga. Yeah, this is another super easy gym badge. All his team are one-shots with Psybeam, with the exception of Muck. This is the only snag in the entire fight because he uses Hyper Potion on him. This is futile as I take him out with a few more shots. Gotta love psychic moves, they are so powerful. With his whole team dispatched, we win the Soul Badge. Once we reach Cinnabar and get the gym key, I try my hand against Blaine. This goes surprisingly well also. Growlithe is a one-shot to Psybeam. Arcanine only loses around half health with our first attack but gets confused soon after, hurting himself in the process. This leaves the door wide open for me to take him out on the follow-up Psybeam. Ponyta hangs on from Psybeam and quickly heals up with a Hyper Potion. This happens a few more times until I use Quick Attack when he's in red health. This takes priority so we take him out. Rapidash is his last Pokemon and I accidentally used Quick Attack like an idiot which hardly does anything to him. He hits a Fire Blast for decent damage next turn. We counter with a Psybeam which takes him down to yellow health. He then swings and misses with his next Fire Blast which opens the door for me to get the knockdown next turn. We now have the Volcano badge as our reward. Phew, it sort of heated up there for a second, didn't it? Once at Silphco, we try our hand at our rival. His Pidgeot and Gyarados is fine, but we go into Charizard with pretty rough health most of the time. He can also critical hit with Flamethrower, so we get taken down most of the time, especially when Gyarados roughs us up a bit beforehand. No biggie, I still think this is quite possible. The AI can be quite weird in Pokemon games at times, so maybe we can get a really lucky shot at this. Wish me luck everybody. Okay, 3 tries later and we get what we wish for. Pidgeot goes down to 2 Psybeams and we learn Psychic, which is nice. Gyarados takes a Psychic and lands in red, but only uses Leer instead of just attacking, so another shot takes him down. We are then in really good shape going into Charizard for once, go figure. Blue completely forgets to attack with his Ace, only using Scary Face to try and scare us with his smug little face. We take him out with a few Psychics. Egg, on face, foot in mouth, and I can't say my next one with the fears of being demonetized. But wait, I'm not monetized, so this gag is absolutely pointless. Please hit that subscribe button and make my dream that one step closer to reality. Thanks for all your support, everyone. Execute only misses with a Stun Spore, so yeah, we make him faint quite easily. Why aren't you attacking us, Blue? Last but not least is Alakazam, and he stays on theme by not attacking us. So our rival throws the whole fight and we win. Feeling pretty stupid yet, Blue? Giovanni on the other hand is an absolute pushover. None of his team gives us any issue and we sweep pretty much his whole team with Psychic. For being a big boss man, his team weirdly has a lot of type disadvantages in it. He really sucks. Okay, let's wrap this up. We only have 2 gym badges left after all. We're on the later stages of the game now. We have to try Sabrina first since we need all 7 before we can go after Giovanni again for the 8th. The Battle of the Psychics is now underway as we challenge Sabrina to see who's best. Kadabra is a one-shot to Psychic, Venomoth is a one-shot to Psychic. Mr. Mime on the other hand puts up a little bit of a fight, surprisingly. She's not a one-shot, so she gets a Calm Mind in, making her not a two-shot either. This is where we get confused to Psybeam, and of course, we hit ourselves in confusion like usual. But we eventually snap out of it, chipping away until we make her faint. What a troublesome Mr. Mime she is. Wait, what? Alakazam only uses Calm Mind, so we get another 2 Psychics in, but of course, he uses Recover. Once we can attack again, it's a critical hit this time, taking her last Pokemon down, winning the battle. I wasn't expecting this to be as easy, to be honest. I was expecting it to be a little bit harder. I definitely wasn't expecting the win on our first try. With that easy win, we get the Marsh Badge. Okay, Giovanni is way easier than this one. His entire team is a one-shot sweep with Psychic. We don't take a single bit of damage. So with his tail in between his leg and his Mewtwo long gone, he hands us the 8th and final Gym Badge, which is the Earth Badge, giving us access to the Elite Four and of course, the Champion. But first, of course, we have to take on Blue again. Seriously, how many times do I need to kick your... well, you get the picture. Pidgeot is out first and he only uses a weak wing attack, so a couple of Psybeams do the trick. We might have been able to do a one-shot there if I picked the right move. Rhyhorn is a one-shot to Psychic. Execute barely hangs on but misses a Stun Spore, so we take him out with a follow-up, which is pretty nice. Gyarados is a pretty similar story, but he only lowers our defense instead of attacking, so he's an easy 2-shot to Psychic. Charizard can still be a scary critical hitting machine if we're not careful, so this fight is far from over. Lucky for us, his Flamethrower only hits for a small amount of damage, all things considering, so we take him out with a few shots of Psychic. Alakazam is really good at stalling our moves by using Disable, so a lot of the times we're not even using our optimal moves. But adapting yourself to the situation at hand is the key to success after all. We manage to heal ourselves when we need to with Morning Sun. Having a healing move at long last is such a nice feeling in a solo Pokemon run, you have no idea. We are in rough shape by the end, but we manage just to squeeze through, winning our rival fight. Now we can take our rightful place to take on the actual league. On the way there, we get to use our latest HM slave, which I called Lurpak, after my good friend Mark. We haven't been in contact for a really long time, like I'm talking years long. But lately, we have by chance decided that life is way too short, and we've been talking about ideas for the show. He loves all things Pokemon too, and that he would like to come on at some point. This is a really exciting time for me personally and for you guys as a subscriber. So like I said, if you want to stay tuned in for some of our new content, hit the subscribe button and ring that bell. If you have any ideas for what videos you would like to see, please feel free to comment on this video or any other of my videos. This would help us out a ton. Thanks a lot for your time, and let's take on the Elite Four and the Champion. Let's do this. First up is Ice Trainer Lorelei. At level 65, Dugong only sets up a heal, so we end up getting a Psychic and a Psybeam in, fainting her in the process. Lapras decides to use Confuse Ray, which of course works, since I have no luck at all. But this time we actually fight through it, taking her out of the follow-up Psychic. This very rarely happened, because we would just keep hitting ourselves over and over until we faint, so we got a really lucky break there. We end up snapping out of confusion when Cloyster steps up to the plate, so we one-shot it with Psychic. This is going really well this time. Slowbro on the other hand is an absolute tank. Our Psychics do almost nothing. She also has Yawn, which puts us to sleep a lot. This could be getting really bad for many reasons, like we can't defend ourselves or heal ourselves up, asleep. On top of this, Slowbro knows the move Amnesia, which raises special defense, so our moves are not hitting very hard when we wake up. We shouldn't have worried though, we get really good critical hit luck, dropping her down from practically full health. I love Pokemon, it's so random at times. Jinx only uses Lovely Kiss over and over, so we chip away and get our chances to heal with Morning Sun. She gets a scary Ice Punch in sometimes, but it's not a hard battle. So we get to take her out eventually, winning the match. Now, as the Pokemon Challenge is in full swing, as the difficulty becomes apparent, we now know we are in the big leagues. We now know they won't take any prisoners. So as we step up to the plate, a fighting specialist steps forward from a cloud of smoke named Bruno. As we quiver in fear, but put on a brave face and take a stand, as we head into this ferocious battle, we soon realise he forgot how to fight and his entire team falls to one little Espeon. Surely we will see more of a fight out of the next one, right? Nope. Ghost Trainer Agatha falls to our superior psychic moves as she looks on in horror and disbelief that her entire team does absolutely nothing. This fight took less than 2 minutes to do, even with all the dialogue at the start. Wow. Dragon Tamer Lance, on the other hand, puts up a bigger fight. We even had to be a higher level to even stand a chance against his Dragonite. So the stage is set. We are level 75. Can we do it? Gyarados is out first, but he's not a one-shot, so he lands in red health. So of course, Lance uses a full restore after getting hit against us, naturally. But we eventually get 3 more hits in, making him faint after taking a weak bite. Not a bad start really. Aerodactyl only uses Scary Face, so we get the chance to use a really powerful Psychic, which drops him from nearly full health. His Ace Dragonite is now out, so we have to be really careful here. Luckily for us, he only uses Safeguard and heals using a berry. So, we get the 2 hits in necessary to take him out. He only has 2 Dragonairs left, and both of them are really easy one-shots, so we end up winning the battle against Lance. Pretty simple fight, all things considered. Now, it's time for our final showdown with Blue. Can we win? Pidgeot goes down to 1 Psychic. Gyarados cuts our attack right from the start, which is really annoying but can't be helped. But he only uses Dragon Rage, so 2 Psybeams take him out. His Ace Charizard ends up hitting us with a Fire Blast, which takes us down to yellow health, after healing with a berry of course. So we take no chances and hit Psychic instead of Psybeam, which takes him out. This turns the battle in our favour, trust me. Now with Alakazam now out, we take our opportunity to heal up, as we still have a few more Pokemon to go after this one. His moves really don't affect us, so I don't feel like I'm taking much of a chance here by doing this. Once we start attacking, we just chip away until he faints. Rhydon is an easy one-shot, so we're in green health going into his final Pokemon, which of course is Executor. In previous attempts at this, I learned that his best combo against us was to put us asleep. Then he uses Giga Drain, which heals him and deals mega damage to us whilst we're taken out in our sleep. A nightmare scenario of course, but we can't just give up. Luckily for us, on this run, he does not use this combo. What on earth is Blue doing here? Why is he throwing a fight I could easily win? This makes no sense, but of course I'm going to take full advantage of this. Blunders and mistakes should be punished after all. So we just chip away until we get the win, becoming the new Pokemon champion of Kanto, which puts our Espeon, Darth, in the Hall of Fame. I really needed this to be a quick run, and to be fair, it was. And it's the most fun I've had while playing a Pokemon game in a really long time. It really gave me Pokemon Colosseum vibes, just without the Umbreon by my side. Maybe I should play Colosseum for the channel. If you would like to see this, please mention it in the comments below. This could be a really good time. If you want to see more from me, I'll have another challenge run on the screen right now. If you want to see more, please hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.